Hi, this is Rachel Cipriano coming to you again from Magnificent Resilience. And I want to continue the last video in which we were talking about the power of that mental and emotional aspect of resilience. Remember, there are 4 quadrants: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And I'd pointed out that with our emotional health, it's very important. While our emotions of anger, depression, resentment, anxiety, they exist for reasons, it's important not to allow ourselves to remain in a chronic state of those emotions because they will erode our physical health and our spiritual health and just overall make it very difficult to be as resilient as we need to be. So as I said, it's much more difficult to try to approach your emotions directly. If you find yourself in anxiety and depression and anger and resentment, it's hard to just turn those emotions off directly. But what you can do, because the mental and emotional are so linked, is you can look at what you're thinking about. What are the thoughts that are equated with those emotions? And that's why I recommend journaling to my clients, because especially if you find yourself feeling that way, even in the moment, it's important to find out what exactly is that dialogue, that stream of consciousness, to think about what you're thinking about, metacognition, as we talk about. But especially if you're in that chronic state, you really need to take a pulse. And you can begin to change your thinking. It's very powerful. And over time, that can begin to change those emotions. Remember, I had explained there is a whole field of psychology, very research-based, cognitive behavioral psychology. It actually involves our thinking, our emotions, and our actions. All of those 3 aspects of what we do can make a huge difference in how we feel. Now, what I wanted to do in this video is to look at what we do with those chronic states of anxiety, depression, resentment, anger, chronic stress, when we're facing very serious life challenges that can be ongoing. For example, we may be going through a period of time when we're in a protracted, difficult relationship with our children, a child or several of your children, or your spouse, or you may have just lost a very dear loved one. And so, it's natural in that instance to have a grieving process and to be experiencing those emotions we talked about. However, even in those grieving processes, it is so important to figure out a way to cope in a healthy, effective way so that you can navigate that process, certainly not getting stuck in that pain, not coming to an acceptance, a resolution, and just being able to continue to function. So, one of the things I recommend to my clients is to keep a resilience card. And what you do is you take at least 10 enjoyable activities to you. Brainstorm as many as you can on an index card. It might be horseback riding. It may be spending time in nature. It may be running. Whatever it is, you list those activities, laminate your card, and keep it in a place you can easily see. And make a decision. You're going to do 2 of those activities per day. You see, you need a counterbalance to the stress you're experiencing, to the painful emotions. It's a way to keep yourself healthier. Another aspect of navigating and coping in the midst of those serious life challenges, it goes back to what I've talked about. It's support. Remember that human connection is the oxygen of resilience. So you need to make sure you have a healthy, positive support system. For you, it may be a grief support group or another type of support group that deals with the particular relationship challenges you're having. You need to find those safe, positive, caring people that will come beside you and help you through that life challenge. Please do not neglect that. It makes all the difference in the world in your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. Do not hear me saying I'm against technology, because I'm not. In many ways, through Skype and texting and other means, we can actually keep in touch more with people who might be across the miles and that kind of thing. But I encourage you, do not neglect those face-to-face emotional connections either. We need those hugs. We need that care. So again, Rachel Cipriano with Magnificent Resilience. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and go to the website rachelcipriano.com and share this video if it's been of support to you. I also invite you to make comments and let me know if you have some insights that perhaps I haven't considered, or what this video has brought to mind that may be of assistance to you. I'd love to hear that. Have a wonderful day and keep on keeping on.